Today we're making smoked braided salmon bread. But first, let's go catch a fish. Your sharpest knife, carefully remove the skin. So it can be tempting to rush this process, but really make sure to take your time on this. Okay, so the next step is to brine our salmon. We're doing that with kosher salt and brown sugar. My process is really simple. All I do is season as I normally would with salt, and then add about 50% more, so a little bit more than usual. Next, we're gonna add double the salt amount in brown sugar. Feel free to eyeball it. Brines are actually extremely forgiving. And make sure to do this to both sides. And pop this in the fridge overnight. Okay, so it's been 24 hours, and as you can see, a lot of that moisture came out, and the texture is a lot more firm. Okay, so now we're gonna quickly rinse it under cold water. Now before taking it any further, I always like to test my brine for salt content. All I do is take a little slice off, and we'll just quickly sear it. Pat the salmon extremely dry. We want a really nice and dry exterior. I put this on a rack and put it back in the fridge for 4 hours. So after 4 hours in the fridge, you can see how the salmon's developed a nice tacky exterior. This is called the pellicle, and it allows the smoke to stick. So now, leaving the short end attached, we're gonna cut our 4 strands. So we start with 4/2, 1/3, get them even, keep it nice and tight. So then we have 2/3. Just use a toothpick to keep this end in place. Fold this under, and we're left with a beautiful piece of braided salmon. So our salmon is already fully seasoned with salt, so I'm just gonna finish it with a little bit of garlic powder and a few chili flakes for a kick. Let's get our grill fired up. We wanna keep our heat nice and low, somewhere between 175 and 200. You can even do this in the oven. Time for a simple glaze. Orange juice and maple syrup. We officially hit 120 degrees internal, time to glaze. Okay, so we've hit 125, 130 degrees, time to take it off. Salmon is smelling incredible. We're gonna finish with a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning. Okay, so we have that beautiful, shiny exterior from that maple syrup, smoky, juicy on the inside, with that crunch from the everything but the bagel seasoning. This is gonna be delicious. Okay, I can't take it any longer. I'm just dying to cut into this thing. It's still nice and moist. That brine really helped us retain moisture. This looks incredible. All right, our smoked salmon looks unbelievable. Time to assemble the perfect sandwich. Get a nice slice of challah bread and pop it in the toaster. A nice slice of tomato. Cream cheese, avocado, juicy tomato, flaky salt, some red onion, nice slice of salmon, a few capers, and top it off with a little bit of dill. Okay, it's finally time to try our sandwich. I gotta say, my mouth is literally salivating looking at this thing. 2 days in the making, this thing's a beast.